I'd like to ask you where we are. Congress has spoken explicitly. We want this project built. We've appropriated money. It's supposed to be in Louisiana. The people of Louisiana and the universities there have gotten together. They want to put the, as do I, they want to put the center at McNeese. Other universities will be involved. How do we get this done?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got an intense exchange between Senator John Kennedy and Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg during a THUD Appropriations hearing. The main topic? The long-delayed National Center of Excellence for Liquefied Natural Gas Safety in Louisiana. But that's not all. Kennedy also raises concerns about Boeing and national security. You don't want to miss this. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on government hearings, political debates, and major policy discussions. Let's get started.
Mr. Secretary, I hope you'll hear the pleas from our chair to help the people of Maui. We've been through that in Louisiana. Frankly, I'm disappointed that the administration hasn't done more. I'm not laying that at your feet, but the people of Maui right now need more than anything else hope. And without a place to live, there is no hope. How those babies? How your babies doing?
Thanks for asking. They have figured out how to get out of their beds, which means they now control when we get up instead of the other way around. But they're healthy and happy.
Well, they'll be teenagers before you know it. You'll think that aliens have come down and abducted your beautiful kids and replaced them with terrorists, but you'll get through it. So, I want to ask you about, I know I sound like a broken record, the National Center of Excellence for Liquefied Natural Gas Safety, a subject that I know you're familiar with, Mr. Secretary. We're trying to get this built. It's frustrating, of course. It's not altogether your fault. Some days it seems like it takes longer than medical school to get something done around here. But I'd like to ask you where we are. Congress has spoken explicitly. We want this project built. We've appropriated money. It's supposed to be in Louisiana. The people of Louisiana and the universities there have gotten together. They want to put the, as do I, they want to put the center at McNeese. Other universities will be involved. How do we get this done?
Thank you. That's certainly the path that we're on. I know we've been engaging your staff, and with your engagement of PHMSA, I believe that we are on the path to advance. One thing I would note is that we've taken to heart your observation that the facility that is there now at McNeese State creates an opportunity to leverage what we're seeking to do with those taxpayer dollars that are entrusted to us. So what I can tell you is that we have directed the GSA to provide options in Lake Charles for that LNG Center of Excellence. Of course, we need to make sure that we follow the procurement process, and we need to make sure that there are adequate resources coming in from the center, and we're working with you on that. But certainly recognize the importance and the potential of this facility and the value that it could bring, making sure that we have the safest and most environmentally responsible LNG processes in the world.
Senator Kennedy starts off with a heartfelt plea, urging the administration to do more for the people of Maui following devastating fires. He emphasizes that hope is essential for survivors, but without real action, hope is meaningless. He makes it clear that he's not blaming Buttigieg directly, but expresses frustration at the federal response. This opening sets the stage for Kennedy's signature no-nonsense approach, direct, passionate, and pressing for accountability. Kennedy quickly shifts gears, pressing Buttigieg on the status of the long-awaited National Center of Excellence for LNG Safety. Congress has spoken. We've appropriated the money. It's supposed to be in Louisiana. The people there are ready to move forward. What's the holdup? Buttigieg responds, assuring Kennedy that the project is moving forward, with the GSA directed to find a site in Lake Charles, and collaboration ongoing with McNeese State University and other institutions. Kennedy, never one to let an issue slide, follows up. So, the LNG project will be in Louisiana, and specifically in Lake Charles. Buttigieg confirms, yes, that's the plan. This exchange highlights the frustration over bureaucratic delays, but also provides some clarity on where the project stands. In a rare moment of levity, Kennedy asks Buttigieg about his children, joking about how toddlers quickly take control of a household. Buttigieg laughs and admits, they've figured out how to escape their beds, so now they decide when we wake up. Kennedy quips back, they'll be teenagers before you know it, and you'll think an alien has abducted your sweet children and replaced them with terrorists. But you'll get through it. Even in high-stakes political hearings, humor finds a way in. It's a brief but welcome human moment. With time running out, Kennedy pivots to a major concern: Boeing's national security and economic importance. I'm not just worried about Boeing from a commercial perspective, Kennedy states. This is a national security issue. We're not just competing with Airbus anymore, we're competing with entire countries. Buttigieg acknowledges Boeing's vital role in aerospace and the U.S. economy, but stresses that the focus should be on safety and quality control. The FAA's role here is strictly about safety, but I do believe that getting safety and quality right will strengthen Boeing's position economically and strategically.
So the LNG project is going to be placed in Louisiana, is that right?
Yes.
And within Louisiana, it's going to be placed in Lake Charles, is that right?
That's what we've directed GSA to do, is find sites in Lake Charles that would meet the mission. And again, part of the rationale for that, as you've noted, is that existing center, that academic center, being able to benefit from that co-location. So pending the procurement process, appropriations, and all that, that's the direction that we're headed in.
And you're working with McNeese State University and our other universities, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. In the 1 minute I have left, I'd like your opinion on something. I'm worried about Boeing, not just from a commercial perspective, from a national security perspective. I'd like your thoughts on that.
Well, the importance of Boeing in economic terms and in strategic terms can't be overstated, given the role that they play in American industry, in aerospace, and in not just the regional economy, but really the U.S. economy. I take care to focus on the safety dimension above all else, and certainly as regards the FAA's equities here, it is and can only be strictly about safety. But I also believe that getting the safety picture right, making sure they address their quality control issues and any cultural issues in terms of prioritizing quality and safety, will in turn redound to the benefit of the economic and strategic importance of a firm that large with that important of a role.
Well, we're not just competing against, we meaning Boeing, against Airbus. We're competing against countries now, other countries. I appreciate your candor on that. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Kennedy nods but makes it clear. America can't afford to lose ground in aerospace manufacturing. And there you have it, a high-stakes hearing covering everything from LNG development in Louisiana to Boeing's national security implications. Kennedy pushed hard, and Buttigieg held his ground, but this discussion is far from over. What do you think? Is the administration doing enough to move the LNG project forward? And what are your thoughts on Boeing's future? Drop a comment below, I'd love to hear your take. And if you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth coverage of key government hearings and policy debates. Until next time, stay informed and stay engaged.